CBC MPP blasts Ford government's cuts to French language services. CBC News, a newly elected Ontario Progressive Conservative MPP has denounced her party's decision to scrap the province's French language services commissioner position and a plan to build a French language university. EU and UK agree on future relations after Brexit. CBC News, the European Union and Britain have agreed on a draft declaration on the future of their political relations after Brexit, European Council President Donald Tusk said Thursday, paving the way for an EU summit this weekend to rubber-stamp the deal. Trudeau's trade pitch to Southeast Asian countries came late, very late. Opinion, CBC News, demand for Canada's exports that will do well in Southeast Asia, such as agricultural products, foodstuff and transport equipment, have been met to a large extent by countries with similar comparative advantage, such as Australia and New Zealand. Lack of romaine lettuce recall leaves grocers in a lurch. CBC News, grocery chains across Canada moved quickly to take possibly E. coli-contaminated romaine lettuce off their shelves on Wednesday, but the lack of a formal recall notice for the product has made things more difficult for them by muddying the waters of who will. St. Mike's duty to report alleged abuse falls in a gray area. CBC News, the high school principal of St. Michael's College School may have had no duty to report the sexual assault allegations to police, but it's a legal gray area whether he should have immediately contacted the Children's Aid Society. Drake vs. Pusha T, are fans taking rap beefs too seriously? CBC News, rap beefs are a long-standing tradition in hip-hop. But if overzealous fans are taking a rap rivalry from performance space into the real world, experts are worried about how it could hurt hip-hop as a whole. So what would a U.S. Space Force even cost? CBC News, U.S. President Donald Trump desperately wants a Space Force. What might that look like and cost? One Washington think tank decided to run the numbers. This is where they must have found her. Woman who refused to flee California fire dies. CBC News, nearly 2 weeks after a fire ripped through Paradise, California, hundreds are still unaccounted for, while some families have learned their loved ones have died in the fire. I was so embarrassed. Online florist facing numerous complaints about wilting blooms, cheap bouquets. CBC News, BloomX bills itself as Canada's official florist, delivering millions of bouquets across the country to date. But is what you see really what you get when ordering flowers online? Morneau delivers a corporate welfare budget in the midst of a white-hot economy. CBC News, Bill Morneau's latest economic update is a total write-off, which is exactly what he intended.